Welcome to our Fire Core Strengthening Series. This practice is designed to energize and heat up the body in order for you to tap into your true potential. Take a moment to stand in Utkatasana, heels pressing down, top of the head lifting up, palms facing out. Feel all of your weight shifting into your toes, and then all of the weight shifting into the heels. And shift your weight into your right side. And then all of the weight slowly to the left side. And find your balance right in the center. Draw your hands to heart center, bow your head. And take a moment to reflect on where in your life you can add more fire, more power. The great Zen master Muji says, step into the fire of self-discovery. This fire will not burn you. It will only burn what you are not. Together, let's seal this intention by breathing in and exhaling out of the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, let go. 1 more time, filling up with what you need for your practice today. Let go of all hesitations, any heaviness out of your mouth. Beginning our movement, reach your arms to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, long spine dive all the way forward and down. Inhale, slowly hands to the shins as you shift your weight forward, flat back. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank. Slow and steady. Hold it here. Press through the top of the head, press out of the heels. And feel your core start to ignite. Feel the whole front line of your body working as you engage your quads, as you feel your shoulders pressing away from your ears, and you find the strength within you. Shift forward and come all the way to your belly. Flatten your feet. Plant your hands next to your ribs and lift up. Exhale, lower your face to the floor. Baby Cobra, inhale, lift again, breathe, tops of the toes down, hands lift. And exhale, release. 1 more time, igniting your low back. Slowly press up to Cobra. Draw your elbows together, shoulders away from the ears. And back to your belly. A couple more times, all the way up, this time to up dog, shoulders stack over the wrists. Tops of the toes press down, knees float. Look over your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. Come back to center, press up, chin to your chest, roll your way over your toes to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers into the mat, settle into your downward dog. Gaze to your toes. Breathe. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. To a nice flat back inhale. And a nice slow exhale, forward fold. Pressing into the toes, reach up all the way to standing. Breathe in. And exhale, hands down to the center line. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float, diving forward and down. Lift yourself to a flat back and bend your knees, step or jump, high to low push-up. Hold your push-up halfway and then roll over the toes to a deep up dog. Draw your chin to your chest, round. Flip over your toes, back to downward facing dog. Activating your full body in every posture. Bend your knees and then hop again, top of the mat. Lift your spine and then exhale, fold within. Every breath you're igniting the fire. As you rise, inhale, receive. Exhale, draw it down into the center of your being. Utkatasana chair pose. Your hips sink low, your arms reach up. Breathing, activating your belly breath with a nice squeeze, focusing on the exhale. Kalabati, arms are up, breath of fire. Inhale and exhale out of the nose. Sink it really deep, keep it going. And inhale, straighten the legs, big breath in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the legs. Exhale, long dive all the way forward and down. Lift your spine to a flat back, breathe. And then exhale, plant and press back, high to low push-up. Open the chest as you breathe in. Long, slow breath. Spreading the collarbone, lift up. Chin to your chest, roll, flip over your toes. Downward facing dog. Take a moment and then reach your right leg up. long straight leg, and then bend your knee and open knee to the sky, open your hips. Breathe. And exhale nice and slow, draw your knee to your opposite elbow. Inhale, lift the leg up, bend the knee, open, big breath. Exhale, left elbow, squeeze. Again, open, bend the knee, lift to the side. Exhale over to that left elbow, really try to touch. All the way again, big breath. This time draw it forward and connect to the center. Open the hip, big breath. And then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. To the other side, left leg lifts, bend your knee. Slow, open your hip. Come back to center, slow and steady, rise up and then cross to the right elbow, touch. Lift, breathe, open, creating big circles as you ignite the fire, crossing left side to right side of your body, activating both sides of your brain. Focusing on full breaths in, continue the movement. Exhale, touch and twist. Again, breathe. Exhale, slow, press it out. All the way back up, breathe in. And press it back, downward facing dog. Rise onto the balls of the feet, shift forward, roll forward to your high plank, lengthen, and come down to your forearms. Press your heels back and find the strength in your body as we tap into breath of fire again, in and out of the nose. Keep it going, knowing that the fire burns off everything in your life. Then release to child's pose, arms long, forehead to the floor. As we center, as we ground, finding the dance between effort and surrender. Press your way gently back up to all fours as you work back to downward facing dog. Slowly shift forward, bend your knees and float to the top of the mat. Lift your spine as you breathe in. Flatten out your back. And then exhale, forward fold. You'll notice the more you do these forward bends, the deeper you can get, especially after we do our chair pose. Rising right into chair pose, palms together to the center. Again, hips are low, arms reach up, breathe in, chair pose. And then exhale, dive, forward fold. Breathe in, lift, plant your hands and float back, high to low push-up. Open in the chest, roll over the toes, press up from the top of the head, tuck your chin, and then roll gracefully back, downward facing dog. Thoughtfully reach your right leg to the sky, bend your knee. Open the knee to the sky, opening into the hip. Draw your knee over to that left elbow, squeeze. And then draw to the right elbow and squeeze. Lift it as high as you can, all the way up to the shoulder. Activate your core, activate your shoulder girdle as you press up. And then draw your knee to your nose, rounding your spine, press, press, press. One more breath. And then gracefully float forward for your low lunge. Try to keep your hands onto the floor and then rise up onto your fingertips as you press through the heel and out of the top of the head. Rise as you find your foundation into crescent lunge. Arms are over your head, scoop your tail. Bend your knee, relax your shoulders back, and feel yourself grateful. As you rise forward, draw your left knee into your left elbow. Extend the leg behind you. And then again, elbows to the knees, arms up. Warrior 3. As you activate your core, press elbows into the knee. Reach all the way forward for Warrior 3, leg behind. Repeating the movement. Keep focusing on the exhale, all of the air out, curling yourself in, extending long, finding length as you square left hip down. And then come back nice and slow, squeeze, 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 through the center line, hug, root through your toes, lift your pelvic floor. And then draw your hands to your hip, extend your left leg long, squeeze your belly and feel the core activating, working the iliopsoas muscle. This is very helpful for learning arm balances. Then extend your leg back, bend your knees, press, high to low push-up. Open, lift, spread for upward dog. Exhale, round in your spine. Press thoughtfully back, downward facing dog. And we'll repeat the same series on the other side. Here we go. Taking your time, we'll begin to lift the left leg up. Breathe in, bend your knee. Open, knee to the sky. Big stretch into your hips. Slow, come back to center and draw your left knee to the right elbow, squeeze. Without moving your leg behind you, move it to the left shoulder. Lift it as high as you can. Squeeze. Back to center, knee to your nose, rounding your spine, ignite the fire. And gracefully float forward, low lunge. Back heel stays up, come up onto your fingertips, find your foundation, and then slowly rise to crescent lunge. Take a moment, pressing your pelvis forward, maybe even bending the back knee slightly as you sink into the posture. And rise up, elbows to the knees. Inhale, extend back for warrior 3. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. Leg behind you, breathe in. Exhale, full contraction as you squeeze and lift, breathing out. Repeating this a few times, finding deeper extension every exhale. Noticing one side might be different balance than the other. And then hold your warrior 3. Pressing. Last one, all the way up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Knee right into your elbows. Activating through the center line. Bring your hands to your hips. Extend your right leg forward. Flare your toes. Feel the pelvic floor lifting. And then slowly draw yourself back. Warrior 3, bend your front knee, plant your hands, gracefully glide back, hold your low push-up, straighten your arms for up dog. And then exhale, roll thoughtfully back. Downward facing dog. Toes spread into the earth, fingers ground down. Rise onto the balls of the feet. And then roll forward nice and easy into your high plank. Knees down, and then the tail back. Finding this rolling wave-like motion, high plank, knees down, tail back. A few more times, breathing in, lower your knees, press the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. And every exhale, you create more heat in your body, slowing the movement down. Feeling this wave-like motion in your body. Come right into a nice downward facing lion. So your feet are really wide apart, your hips are over your knees, your shoulders are over your wrists, and we'll begin our Kalabati. In and out of the nose. Keep it going as you feel the core really strong, as you feel the fire building within yourself, purging, detoxifying, and cleaning off all the toxins. Relax, draw your hands by your sides, and the forehead to the floor. Notice your breath. Inhale. Exhale out of your mouth. As you observe the self. Slow down your breath as you rise onto all fours. And extend your right leg behind you. Extend your left arm forward, breathe in. Right knee, left elbow, squeeze. Repeat, inhale, big breath. Exhale, squeeze. Try to arch your back as you breathe in, lifting higher, and try to squeeze all of the air out as you touch. Again, breathe, lift, squeeze, activate the glutes, squeeze, knee to elbow, using your whole body. Extend both your left arm and your right leg out to the side. Squeeze and work your right glute, lift higher, breathe, and then exhale, release. To the other side. Left leg is back. Find your balance, and then the right arm extends forward. Breathe in, and then exhale, curl all of the air out. Activating your whole body in this simple movement. Touch. Inhale, reach back, bend. Exhale, squeeze. Again, inhale. Lift, 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 and then draw your right hand out to the side, left leg to the left. Breathe. Release back to center. Onto all fours. And down to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers. And then slowly make your way to a cross-legged position. Gracefully onto a seat. And rise up for a boat prep. Take your hands behind your knees and a nice long straight spine. Press your chest towards your thighs and hold as you lift your feet off the floor. Draw your hands by either side, palms facing up as you breathe. Take the paddle to the right and to the left. Focus on exhaling out of the nose as you squeeze. And you focus on keeping your low back long. Focus on Mula Bandha, activation of that low belly. Maybe even breathing out of your mouth if you want. Accentuating the exhale to get maximum length and maximum strength out of your core. Keep it going. Smile if you get bonus points here if you're having fun, as it's not easy to be amazing. Reach up, breathe in. Strong core, lift, breathe, receive, and then exhale, release to your back. Little side to side. Thank yourself so much for all the hard work that you're putting into your core today. This is focus on a better part of yourself. Let's cross the legs, cross the arms. In this case, left over left and right arm under for eagle sit-ups, drawing the elbows into the knees. A few times, nice and slow. See if you can lift your shoulders up off of the floor as you touch elbows to the knees and then release the toes down to the floor in front of you. You can reach your fingertips up also as they touch the floor. Keep this exercise going. And tap into your core strength. Tap into your self-esteem, your self-worth. And hold it here as you lift. Squeeze to the center. And release. Take a moment and switch sides. The left leg over, wrapping around behind the opposite leg. Eagle arms. Arms over the head. And then exhale, draws you in. Focusing on your breath. Inhale, extending. Exhale, squeezing everything in. A few more times. Finding this flow. And activating to your center. Burning off everything in your mind, in your body that no longer serves you. Every exhale and every inhale is an opportunity to begin again. For you to step into your authentic power. And for you to live the life that you dream of and that you deserve. Hold it here as you breathe. Squeeze your belly, lift, and then release. Take your hands to your belly. Hands by your feet. Lift up for bridge pose, a nice deep extension. And then lower your hips to the floor. Very thoughtfully, hips rise, chest towards the chin. And then exhale, one vertebrae at a time, lower your hips down. Rooting through the toes again, the hips rise. This time, shimmy your shoulder blades together. And press your chest all the way towards your chin. Keep lifting, keep working your legs, keep hugging the knees to the center line as you find yourself extending. Relax your hands when you're ready to come down and one vertebrae at a time melt to the earth. And then reach your legs up for another set of core. I call these reverse moguls. Hands are by your side. Lift your hips up and then place them over to the right. Exhale, lift them over to the left. And continue this, rising up. Exhale, move your hips to the right. Inhale, lift the hips, move them over to the left. Try to keep your upper body the same as you pulse from side to side. Really working all of the muscles in your low belly and finding the strength in your core. See if you can focus on not letting yourself plop down, but see how slowly you can release your tail towards the earth. Focusing on the exhale as you release, coming down, keeping this movement going. Come back to center and see how slowly you can release your legs all the way along. Inhale, exhale, little presses out of your mouth. Hands pressed down. Squeeze your belly. Keep it going. Keep extending your legs. Breathe. Keeping the rhythm going. Hold it, lift, smile, and release. Deep exhale. Very thoughtfully draw your knees to your chest again, thanking yourself for working so hard. And then roll forward and back on your spine. As you slowly rise up, cross your ankles, plant your hands, one leg at a time, press back, high to low push-up. Open to your chest, up dog. Look over your right shoulder as you twist. Left shoulder as you twist, opening the front side of the body. Very important to do back bends after we do forward bends to even out our spine. Coming into more core, come back to your forearms. Tuck your toes and back to that forearm plank that we did in the beginning of class. And activating again that breath of fire, really focusing on the exhale. Breathing in and out of the nose. It's a short breath, focusing on the exhale. It's okay if you come down to one knee or even to both knees. The most important thing is that you're maintaining a nice long straight spine. You're working your shoulders and your whole body. Breathe. And then exhale, lower to your belly. Bend your knees, breathe out of your mouth. And let the legs windshield wiper from side to side. As you feel the floor massaging your legs, the hips opening. Coming back to center, plant your hands, flip your toes for up dog, breathe in. Press it back, downward facing dog, tail to the sky. Take a moment in this home base. Look forward. Gracefully cross your ankles, come back to seated position, and roll down your spine one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, draw your hands up as you reach for your toes, breathing out. All the way back up, roll down your spine one vertebrae at a time, arms over the head, breathe in. Exhale, press up, reach for your toes. Keep your legs glued to the floor as you touch. Working your whole core, reach and roll down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift, press, breathe. If you have low back history, you can avoid this posture and just rest on your back. You have a nice healthy back. Keep working in this posture, reaching for your toes and rolling down your spine, using your whole body. Exhale your whole breath out. And take your time. Another set of core, both hands over to the right side of the knee, straight legs, pulsing from right side to left side. Keep your shoulders up, your core strong as you work your whole body. You can also bend your knees here if this is too much, but straight legs is a much faster, more efficient way to engage your whole body and to get those long, lean abs, as well as to activate your core in a higher intention. Hold it over to the left, smile, and switch sides, lifting for that last little bit of effort, and then relax. Arms over your head. Breathe. Resting. As resting is part of activation. Time for yourself is part of becoming stronger. Once again, feet to the floor, hands touch your heels. Preparing for our bridge pose, lift up. A nice counter to all of that deep forward bending. Again, rise up for your bridge. Exhale, lower your hips down. All the way up for a full Setu Bandhasana. This time, see if you can grab hold of your ankles. Press your chest closer to your chin. Lift your hips higher, root through your feet more, and feel the expansion in your whole body. Feel the knees hugging towards the center line. When you're ready, releasing one vertebrae at a time. Neutralize your spine by drawing the feet together and the knees apart. Take a moment to feel the stretch on your body as you draw your hands to your belly. Right hand to the belly, left hand to the heart. Take a deep breath in. A nice exhale out of your mouth. Simply observing your body. Observing your connection to this fire. Observing what needs to be burned down in your life. And what needs to be ignited instead. Using this process of yoga to detoxify our minds and our bodies. Using fire of tapas, of strength, to lift up. Coming back to center, feet to the floor. Shift your hips over to the right and the legs to the left. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Long inhales, slow exhales. Allowing your spine to decompress. Your mind to decompress. When you're ready, shift the hips over to the left side. Relax the knees over to the right. Left hand over to the floor as your right hand is on your knee, gazing over to the left side. And again, no effort here. Just feel yourself supported by the ground as your spine is open. When you're ready, come back to center. Thoughtfully, bring your hands up with the thumbs to touch, preparing for fish pose. You're going to take your hands, thumbs touching right underneath your sacrum, allowing your sacrum to rest on your thumbs, palms facing down to the floor. Extend your legs long and point your toes. Shimmy your elbows together and rise up right onto the crown of the head. Just enough space so that a piece of paper can slide underneath your head. Keep pressing your chest to the sky and stick out your tongue as you breathe out. Fish pose. Inhale. And then slowly release back down. Shimmy your hands out from the side of you. Palms facing up. As you find final surrender, allowing all of the heat that we've created in this class to cool. The embers of the fire beginning to simmer. And allowing your mind and your breath to also cool as you feel yourself supported here in the ground. Step into the fire of self-discovery. This fire will not burn you. It will only burn what you are not. Beginning to awaken your toes and your fingers. Take a big good morning stretch of your arms over your head. And take a moment to rub your belly, thanking your belly for all of its hard work today. Before you roll into fetal pose using your arm as a pillow. Coming into gratitude, feeling held and supported in your journey into fire. As this takes courage, as this takes a brave soul. Press your way gently back up into your beautiful day. Into any comfortable seated meditation position. Make any changes you need. Come into a long spine, rest your hands onto your knees. Notice the self. Notice your breath. Notice that anything that came up for you in class today. Any emotions. And with no judgment, begin to breathe deeply. Exhale everything out of your mouth. Fill up with what you need and let go of what you don't. One more time, take in what you need for the rest of the day and let everything melt away. Draw your hands to heart center in gratitude for this practice, for this time for you to improve yourself, to walk through the fire. We draw our hands to the forehead, breathing in and bowing to our intuition, bowing to our truth and the light. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today in this fire core sequence. I hope to see you on the mat soon.